forestry consultants or somebody I could talk to find out if I can sell some of this timber. Good morning, I'm Mark, welcome back to the farm. So it is a brisk 70 degrees here, the end of January 2024. On our way up to a tolerable 83 today. This weather's crazy, but we're not going to complain. Just use it as a chance to get some work done. So it's a morning of moving chickens, and I moved the young girls from where they were, which was right here in this area. This area. You see they did a little work on the ground, but they were loving climbing this tree so much that when I moved them back over here, I gave them a ladder to get up into this tree. That could backfire horribly, but I thought we'd try it and see what happens. They don't seem to like to be bored. As long as they're entertained, they don't try to escape, and they're good where they are. So I guess we'll find out how that works. For now, they're just happy with green grass. When I originally got the gate kit and I checked it, everything looked like it was in place. When I went to put the posts in, what I couldn't find was the hardware that I would use to mount the gates themselves to the posts. And I wrote to the company and they were like, sorry about that, man, here's a new set. And so they mailed me some gate hardware. So rather than just leave that sitting around, I'm gonna actually put that on. I've still got some time before the concrete is fully cured. It was a 28-day process, so I've got a little bit longer on that. But there's nothing that says I can't do the hardware and at least get that stuff put in. And it's not too cosmic. So what I've got is the hinge pin mount, right, with holes that'll align with the post, 2 bolts to go through that, and then there's a little ball bearing which will drop down on the inside there, upon which this pin will rest. And that's pretty much it. Then when the time comes to put on the gate mounts on here and gets bolted in place with a nut at either side of the gate proper on the pin. Now as for these, I'll actually drop them in place, but I think that the key to doing this, and I could be wrong, but I think the key to doing this is going to be somehow either mounting this on the gate before I put it in. I don't know. I think either way, when it comes to actually putting the gate itself on, I'm going to need to ask for some help because that's going to be a bit unwieldy. Also behind me a bit, not too far, you can't quite see, but back in here, that whole flock of turkeys is having their afternoon siesta, so they're sort of laying down over there. There's a couple of others over here walking around. They're not too bothered by me as long as I don't look directly at them and start moving. Well, this bottom one, when I put it in, I could not actually get the hinge to slide into place because on all of them, I put the washer on this side and it's supposed to go on the other side. So lucky to discover that. And oh, by the way, my ratchet stopped working. So I wasn't able to actually tighten stuff down. All right. Got the washers on the correct side now. So 1, 2, and then 3 and 4. Then I hit each one of them with the grease gun because right there, right, dessert. Make sure that thing just opens and closes noiselessly, smoothly. Beautiful thing. Although it's going to be a challenge in future years because that one on the bottom is a little bit closer to the ground. So I'm going to have to find an adapter that lets me kind of reach around a corner for that. But otherwise, they're in and they're good. And ooh, yeah, nice. Okay, now all I got to do is a little while longer for this concrete to finish curing. We're ready to put some gates on. Well, that's a pretty good dent in it. Got this bank cleaned up. Just a great starting point to push in each direction. Get all this stuff knocked out. Gives gorgeous views across the wetland. And I'm gonna do this just all the way around. All of that over there. Doink, all of that. And actually all that down in the corner, but all of that, I'd like to get that thinned out quite a bit. And again, I've only got 25 years to do it, so that's nice. That feels like a good start here. I gotta get all this stuff moved someplace that I can put it in burn piles. We ordered some more pullets, some more future hens. We decided to try Rhode Island Reds to see how those do in terms of laying and everything else for this area. The rooster is certainly a good-looking bird, and he's got a great mentality or a great disposition. Way better than Sauron. So we're going to see how the hens do. In terms, they're supposed to be really good layers, one of the better laying breeds. I've seen mixed reports on whether or not they're as hardy to a warm weather climate. They're definitely cold weather hardy. But we're going to find out. So I ordered 20 of them from one of the hatcheries with whom we do business. And they were having a special. So one of their goals is just to keep up their production rates all through the winter. And sometimes what that means is they've just got an abundance of inventory, and they're willing to drop prices, have a sale just to move stuff out the door. And just lucky for us that they were having one of those, and I got the email. And we talked about it and decided we'd take action. So I went online and ordered 20. The price was really good. It was about half of what we get at some of the other hatcheries. So in the end, it was about it was $2.50 a pullet, and it didn't matter how many you ordered. You could order 10, you could order 20, you could order 100. That was the price. But now what they do is they give you that price, but then there's also a quantity surcharge, which is just their way of it's a way of accounting for changes in postage and other stuff. And so they just pass that along, and it's just based on the volume that you buy. So we're looking forward to checking these out, seeing how they're going to do. So that's why more shavings, more feed. I haven't taken any action to buy more broilers just yet. We weren't sure exactly how much freezer space we're going to have, and I do need to make some calls and try and make some arrangements for getting the one or two of the steers in to be processed in the spring. So I still got some more research to do on that. But that's going to take some freezer space as well when those guys go to freezer camps. One of the other things I'm working on right now, and I'll let you know how it goes, is I'm trying to find out from the Department of Agriculture in the forestry division if they have a list of forestry consultants or somebody I can talk to find out if I can sell some of this timber. Because I'm interested in opening up more area for pasture. But if there's a way that I can do it so that I'm not necessarily the one putting in the lumber, in the work, and if I can get something for it, that'd be great. Otherwise, if it's about enough to just cover the removal of the wood, that'd be a win too. So I'll wait to hear back from those guys and see if I can set something up, and I'll let you know when that happens. Got the grapple back on the tractor, but before I can do anything, I got a couple things I got to take care of. One, I got to go out and get the steers their lunch, get them fed, and then I've got to go downtown for a dental appointment. Oh, dentists. I love modern dentistry. I'm just glad I don't live in the age where the needle was as thick as your finger and there were no drills and no Novocaine and all that kind of stuff, or whatever they use today. Glad to have that, but boy, I just don't like going to the dentist. Yeah, depending on how long that takes, see how much I get done later on this afternoon. All right. Two hours in the dentist chair. I can't feel my face on that side. It was a long visit. Well, we got a little cleanup to do along the fence, so I'm going to go over there and try and wrap that up for the evening. And then I'll probably sign off after that. I think I might be done for today. Whew.